Hey, what up peeps, it's Phil back again with another video, and in this one we're going to be exploring the Yamaha CS2x and the Tune 'em Up software app that runs alongside the synthesizer, so you can better create your own patches using a much easier interface than the little screen that is provided on the device itself. Now, the Yamaha CS2x is a synthesizer that came out in, I believe, 1998 or 1999, and is actually a really great synthesizer, even by today's standards, with its pad sounds and loads of arpeggios, and you can create very unique patches with it, and without making it sound too 90s, but just a little bit of 90s. In this video, I'll show you how to run .exe programs if you're using a Macintosh, and keep in mind that you would need to have a USB to MIDI interface. So in my case, I have a Scarlett 2i4, which is both my sound card and my MIDI interface as well. You can buy other MIDI interfaces that's just USB at the end, and it splits out into two cables. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? First things first, we booted up the Yamaha CS2x. I have the output going into my audio interface right over here, and I have, excuse me if you can see, the MIDI cables in and out. Goes to in and out over here. And now let's just play something. Let's just do like a 30-second jam or something. Let you kind of show off the sequence feature on this. So what you want to do is get this program called Wine or Winebottler. Essentially, Wine opens up the .exe files, while Winebottler turns the .exe Windows-based programs into Mac programs. And it's free over here. You can download it, and it works on Mac OS Mojave and High Sierra. I'm not sure if they're going to make updates for later versions of Mac, but right now I'm running my Mac off Mojave. So it works. And over here you want to download the zip file for the Tune 'em Up Yamaha CS2x. If you have a CS1x, like, this works the same way, but yeah, so you would just download the CS1x, but this one you can download the Tune 'em Up for the Yamaha CS2x, and it's very small file size. It's 521 kilobytes, so it's not gonna it's not gonna destroy your space or anything. So yeah, once you have that downloaded and set up, make sure you plug in your Yamaha CS2x via MIDI into your MIDI over USB device, and then afterwards you want to run Wine right now. Go to Tune 'em Up. Then afterwards it would say, would you like to run directly using Wine, or convert the simple OX application with the Winebottler? You can run it with the Winebottler, but you know what, I just kept doing it with Wine, so it's okay. You're gonna see this section go to preferences, go to MIDI in and out, Scarlet to I4, out, Scarlet. Okay. And now go back. If I go press done, then if I click on initialize playlist, so it'll send, as soon as I clicked onto that, then I received a message over here saying that that they received the MIDI transfer. And now if I play this, it'll just be an initialized patch. I just want to do a little rundown of this little app right over here. So you got the LFO section in the corner, and right next to it you have your oscillator, and from here you can pick sounds from all these different banks, and then afterwards a patch from there, and then you can edit it, like the envelope, the attack, decay time, everything. You could detune it as well, fine detunes or whole tones, note limits. That I have to explain, or rather go into another video, because I have a really cool idea that I got from someone on Facebook, so that I'd like to test out. This one, for the low pass filter, you have your low pass filter section, you have your amp, of course, as I said before, and then you have your 4 layers. You can edit your 4 layers individually, which is where the interesting stuff happens. Otherwise, you can just edit all the layers at once. Okay, let's go over to, so this is layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and your main. You test the levels of volume, your panning, and you can EQ it, you know. And of course your send, so your reverb and chorus levels as well. Over here you have your Arpeggiator, and you have 40 arpeggio types. Really great, all your divisions. Over here you can turn it on, off, hold, and split. So you can split your keyboard into, let's say, having it half arpeggio and half not arpeggio. And then afterwards you have your assign 1 and 2 knobs, and you can adjust, you can assign it to whatever you want, like let's say your let's say your ARP type. I usually like to do this, like ARP type, and assign 1, and let's say, I don't know, let's say, yeah, like LFO mod, like frequency depth, and assign 2. I tried to kind of have my settings up kind of like the same on a lot of the synthesizers that I would use. And your effects section right over here, you can choose your different delays and your feedback level and your chorus types and your reverb types. Over here you have your scenes. So basically, if you look over to the mod and what's it called wheel, pitch bend wheel, on top you have 2 buttons, 1 and 2, and you can set your scenes, basically morphing like between them. Really cool. And at the bottom you have your preferences and everything over there. So yeah, I just recorded this afterwards because I didn't go through everything, but right now I'm just gonna make a patch from start to finish, and I hope you guys will enjoy. Let's just pick Jupiter B. So you have something like that, right? And now you can go to the second layer if you'd like, right over here. And for that, basically I want to pick another sound from, let's just pick it from the XG. So let's go to detune XG bank of, go to fretless. Okay, now I want to adjust my levels. Okay, so over here you have your four different layers, and then you have your main over here, and so I can turn on and off the layers if I'd like. So if I just want to hear the first patch, say I want to add more reverb, and I want to just reduce the gain. That's for the treble. So now it's a little bit more bass heavy. Maybe I'll just add. And if I ever want to change, let's say the reverb settings, right now it's on Hall 1. Let me just change it to Hall 2. And what if I want to turn off the chorus effect? And variations, we could just do delay left right. Okay, so now let's bring back layer 2. But let's bring the chorus in and let's reduce the reverb a little bit. Okay. And over here, let's turn on layer 3. Let's go to layer 3 at the right corner. Let's pick a bank. Another one, let's do another XG bank. Velocity swap. So right now, if you can listen closely, let me just turn off the other two. There's like this initial bounce to it. Let me just raise the volume a bit. We can just change the settings on the oscillator a bit. So the pitch level, let's reduce the attack just a bit more. The attack time, and this is the attack level. We'll reduce it a bit. And raise the level of the release. And I can affect the low pass filter, but let's just leave it on here for now. Okay, let's just reduce the bass, the gain on the bass, and turn the frequency up a bit, and then raise the gain on the treble and reduce the frequency. Okay, now let's bring in some other layers. And if I want to pan, let's say this one, I could pan it to the right a bit. This one I can pan it to the left a bit. You'll be able to kind of create kind of interesting patches like that. Okay, so for the last layer, let's just do something crazy. I made a big mistake. I made a big mistake. Okay, I thought I was editing layer 4, but I'm actually editing layer 3. Damn. I'm stupid sometimes. Okay. Let's go to layer 4. Let's go to bank, pre-10. Let's just do some. Okay, so we've reached the 10-minute point. I'm just gonna try to wrap these things up a bit. So let's say I want to name this performance. I got a name right over here, and say I'll just write persona. Let's call it persona. And you can categorize it. So let's say I want to make this a lead pad or a synth pad. I could just go PD persona, and if you check back on the CS2x, you're gonna see the name right over there, persona pad. The pad sounds, it's actually quite easy to make a pad sound on here. But let's just test out the arpeggiator. Because this is one of my favorite parts about the synth. So let's just go to hardcore and reduce the tempo. Put it to 93. Okay. If you want to save your patch, you can just save the actual patch onto the disk, or if you want to save this patch into your CS2x, click the store and then performance store. You would see the number, and then you press enter, and then it says are you sure, and then you press it again, and then store OK. So if you'd like me to continue with this Yamaha CS2x series, or try to explore more of like the Tune 'em Up app in detail, not app but program in detail, like let me know in the comment section. Please like and subscribe, of course, and I think this is an amazing synthesizer and is even great for today's standards in 2021. So yeah, let me know how you feel about this video and about the Tune 'em Up software that goes along with the Yamaha CS2x. And with that being said, peace.